afternoon. My name is Simpson with Gerber Technology, and I am chairman of SPESA. And I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome each and every one of you to Louisville, to the Omni Hotel, and of course to the SPESA Executive Conference, the 2018 edition. Now I know a lot of you attend a number of association meetings a year, trade shows, conferences, and so forth. SPESA Board of Directors really appreciate your attendance this week, and we've gone to great lengths to ensure that your time and resources are well spent. This year's theme is spectacular, turning talk into results. But that's a bold statement. What this means is that our agenda reflects not only forecasts, trends, speculations, but results. Not promises, but what has been accomplished and what plans have been laid to continue the progress of our industry and what it has achieved today. We've brought together the doers, the risk takers. We have the experts and leading professionals here to provide guidance, support, and direction on how you can continue to grow your business and maintain this industry that we so respect and cherish. Now, a major property or objective of all SPESA conferences is networking. Actually, I like to think that SPESA has trademarked the word networking. This gives you some one-on-one time with our speakers and your colleagues to share experiences, to share plans. We ask you to please take all of the networking sessions to heart, give and take experiences with you so that all that attend this conference can leave with the wealth of knowledge that's in this room. Now, I'd like to go over a few highlights of SPESA over 2018. SPESA continued our successful after-hours events this year. We held 3, one in Atlanta, Miami, and Dallas. For those of you that are not familiar with the after-hours events, this is an opportunity for our members to come together over refreshments, talk about the industry, and also talk about SPESA and how we can better support our members in the future. If you haven't had an opportunity to attend one of these after-hour events, I invite you to one next time it's in your area. It's a great evening out. Now, SPESA accomplished across a major milestone this year. In March, SPESA signed on the McDonald Textile Group to take over from the Gardner Group as Benton and Dave retire from SPESA. The McDonald Textile Group will take SPESA into our next chapter. From January 2019, the McDonald Textile Group will be responsible for the development, maintenance, promotion, and delivery of SPESA's full-service management program. Michael McDonald will operate as the key manager, moving SPESA forward under the direction of the Board of Directors and officers. Welcome aboard, Michael.
Thank you.
And I ask that each one of you take the opportunity to meet Michael and discuss with him your vision of our future. Now, most, if not all of you, will recall in May, SPESA co-produced the Text Process America's trade show with Messe Frankfurt, the largest sewn products supply trade show in the Americas. We had over 8,000 attendees at the show, about a 4% growth over the show in 2016. And many of you also attended on that Tuesday night the SPESA Tailgate Party, also known as the opening event. This was held at the NCAA Hall of Fame, Football Hall of Fame in Atlanta, Georgia, was attended by over 300 people. It was a grand networking event, not matched by any other event that entire week. SPESA making a difference. In June, SPESA took a proactive position to the proposed tariffs of the Trump administration. Michael McDonald submitted comments on behalf of SPESA regarding the U.S. Trade Representative's Section 301 proposal, requesting the removal of a number of product categories that affected our members, removal from the tariff list. And we are very happy to report that the major categories that affected the sewn products industry were removed. Now, of course, you know now that over $200 billion worth of categories or imports from China have now been hit with another 10% tariff increase. And we don't know, but maybe the other $267 billion of imports could be right behind. So this is an issue that SPESA pledges to continue to monitor in support of our members in addressing this dire situation. So yes, it's been a very full year, and it's not over. This week we have our executive conference, and I invite all of you on November 27th to join us in Raleigh as we hold our 9th Advancements in Manufacturing Technologies. So, I believe a lot was accomplished in 2018. And as we look forward to 2019 with the same level of enthusiasm and activity in supporting our members and in the pursuit of maintaining and strengthening the sewn products industries in the Americas, I'd like to take this time to congratulate our board of directors for their devoted service to the association and the industry over the last year. So while it's been a full year for SPESA, it has equally been one for the books for our industry. As you're all familiar, the airwaves are full of negative news, highlighting the loss of manufacturing jobs, the increase in import tariffs, as I mentioned, and the possibility of an all-out global trade war. But for the sewn products industry, actually I think we're on a roll. Actually, in my opinion, the future has not looked as bright as it does today for the sewn products industry. As many of us know, it's been a tough road since our industry was essentially lost to offshore manufacturing, with today only about 3% of our apparel being sourced domestically. And there are many forecasting that our industry will continue to withdraw. But the domestic industry is recovering, and today manufacturing is doing much better than ever expected. Consumer spending on sewn products continues to increase year after year and is forecasted to grow on an annual average of about 2.7% yearly between 2018 and 2022. In 2017, apparel imports into the United States were down 0.5% in value. What does this mean? To me, it means that Americans are increasingly looking toward their home base for their fashion and leisure apparel. And all during this time, reshoring continues to increase. Current reshoring data shows that apparel manufacturing now ranks 6th of all industries that are reshoring, with over 17,000 new jobs since 2010. Tangible results. Now, what is causing this turnaround? Well, from all indications that I've seen, and it is my opinion, that it appears that the American consumer is driving the shoring trend, whether that be reshoring nearshoring, or onshoring. According to a recent study by Consumer Reports, almost 8 in 10 American consumers say that they would rather buy an American-made product than an imported one. And more than 60% says they'll pay a little more for it. I believe the American public has realized that it is important to buy American. Americans believe now that U.S.-made products are more reliable. They've come to the realization that we need to keep manufacturing jobs at home to strengthen our economy and also to keep America strong in the global marketplace. What I refer to as the now generation, today's consumer, is disrupting the trend over the last 2 decades. And we have an eye on taking back the manufacturing power that we once had. Properties of domestic manufacturing, not imports, match the needs of today's consumer, like the need for speed to get fashion to the market first, increased flexibility to match demand for mass customization and fast fashion, the need for smaller batches and smaller inventories, not only to meet the demand, but to meet the demand of the consumer at a controlled cost. Local sourcing is meeting the needs of today's on-demand apparel consumer. The on-demand consumer, a term that I think you will be hearing a lot about over the next 2 days. Domestic manufacturing brings with it a natural guard against counterfeits, quality issues, and intellectual property risks. Domestic apparel manufacturing enables design and production teams to work together, which means that they are more responsive to changes as the consumer changes. Having the ability to bring design and manufacturing together under one roof, domestically, drives innovation and collaboration, attracts and retains talent, resulting in a more efficient operation with less cost, less waste, having a positive impact on the economy and the environment. Foreign and offshore apparel manufacturers are struggling to meet the demand of the changing consumer. Huge offshore minimum order quantities lead to excess inventory and markdowns, which do not match the demand of the consumer, and U.S. brands lose profit because of it. Companies are finding that U.S. production leads to a better total cost and more stable margins. Many benefits. Now, I believe an important enabler of growing the manufacturing base in the United States is automation. Investment in automation. Investment in automation and digital systems reduce costs by allowing for fewer steps and faster setups. Automation that is available today allows apparel to be designed, produced, and shipped in days rather than weeks and months. Today, even more than in the 90s when we were trying to hold on to our industry, it's paramount that our industry invest in the future, beyond the current horizon. Automation, I believe, is the key to reshoring and onshoring. A challenge to domestic manufacturing has been the challenge of finding the required workforce. But as automation reduces labor-intensive tasks, local manufacturing is proving to be more economical than sourcing from abroad. The total cost savings, speed, and flexibility of local production, combined with new technologies that are available, level the playing field and make the U.S. manufacturer profitable. Advanced technology is essential for manufacturers to achieve the quality, repeatability, and speed to keep our industry alive and thriving. automation and innovation are the keys to the future for all of us in the sewn products industry. Because with automation will come more manufacturing. And with more manufacturing will come the need for more consulting, for more needles, for more tables, for more spare parts, for more thread, more fabric, more, and more. Over the 2 years that I've been chairman at SPESA, I've seen the industry take huge strides in reestablishing itself in the United States. The industry is turning innovation talk into tangible results. And we are just at the beginning. The future holds so much more, and you'll be hearing of these steps over the next 2 days. It is such an interesting and exciting time to be in the sewn products industry. And it is such an interesting and exciting time to be in SPESA. Turning innovation talk into tangible results. Are we there yet? Yes, I think we are. And here's to the future and all that lies ahead.